We started the year, folks, with one of Australia's greatest writers coming in, Helen Garner, who wrote Monkey, Grip, and The Footy. Recently got interviewed by Dua Lipa. She did our podcast and then went on Dua Lipa's podcast. I assume the same is about to happen with my next guest, another one of Australia's great writers. Though new to the scene, this is only their second book. They are a return guest on The Footy with Mates. You would know them from their first book, a children's book, which was made by the Slattery Media Group, Jackson's Story, which was a children's book, beautiful pictures. You can have that for the kids, Tom.
Thanks
for adding.
Wonderful.
They've written their second book, Killing for Sport, by Dwayne Russell. It is it looks like a Jack Reacher book. Like it looks like it. I haven't been able to read it yet because, firstly, this is a fake book. This is not the real book inside.
Oh, isn't it?
This has not even been released. Our guest this week is AFL superstar, Geelong local, fan of the Kia, and milk lover, Pipe Dwayne Russell. G'day, mate.
Broden, Tom, what a pleasure it is to be with you. It's a joy to be here.
Yes.
Thanks for the book plug as well. Killing for Sport. He'll be out in a couple of weeks. I'll do the big spiel, but it is nice to be on your program again. The cut through that I got from the last time I was with you was hilarious. The amount of people that listen to your pod, that are into your stuff.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
We're power brokers. Do you know Corbin Middlemass was on?
Yes, I saw Corbin's bit.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who Corbin was 2 weeks ago. Comes on your show. Of course, I've worked with Corbin on Fox. I didn't.
But you still didn't know who he was, even though you worked with him.
But no, it's just great to be on.
Grand final tomorrow.
Yes.
What an exciting week it's been.
Crazy. The Cats are back.
How great was Monday?
Who would people least like to win, do you think? Are the Cats fans getting more annoying by the day now?
Well, you talk to the people. Essentially, your radio show every day, as the audience know, you call, you get on, and you speak to the people. Who do you think they want to see a Geelong flag, a Brisbane flag? What do you think?
I think most Victorians would like the flag, to not be housed in Victoria if Geelong's going to have it. Brisbane can take it home and keep it there. I think there was a consensus about 2 weeks ago. As long as Hawthorn doesn't win it, as long as Collingwood doesn't win it, and as long as Geelong doesn't win it, then people would be happy. Almost content if Fremantle could take it as far away from Victoria as possible.
Yeah.
So Brisbane's the only hope left.
Yeah, that's true. But isn't it crazy? If one advantage in 2023,
Yes.
do you remember the advantage paid? There was a player at the end of the grand final in 2023 for Brisbane. There was an advantage not paid or
Yes,
paid.
I do know the one.
And we could be sitting here saying, can Brisbane go 3 for 3? You know what I mean? They've had 3 grand finals in a row. It's very impressive.
Well, hang on. If you want to go the could-be's,
Okay,
what if Mason Cox holds that first mark and kicks that first goal? Collingwood could win by 7.
Or lose by 1 goal less.
That's true.
But there was a few moments in that game as well. I was at that game. There was 95,000 there. And I thought Fitzroy and Brisbane were really well represented at that game, if I'm being honest. But it was a... far out the Pies fans, that you could feel, as they were leaving, I saw the blood draw from their face. And I actually saw...
You say it with joy on your face.
No, it was so good. I loved it so much. I liked the macabre, which is why I'm interested in your book. What is it about?
So it starts with a wedding between Jackson and Sarah. It's set in a bit of the underworld. It's set in the international world of art fraud. So it's mainly in Paris, London, French Riviera, Monaco.
Really?
So it's not really set in Australia at all.
When did you write this?
Only took me about 20 years. So
Really?
It's taken me a while. I've actually written it solidly for the last 6 summers. So the last 6 summers
That's so
had
cool.
my head into it. So I spent the summers after summers putting the words down, and then you have to try and find a publisher, and that's a hard task as well because publishers have all got another 100 books on their desks that they want to read or that are in the lineup to be read, so you've got to wait until you get read, and then you got to get the feedback, so got knocked back like most people do from the first round of publishers, and then, it comes to, you get their advice. It's a bit like coaching. If you take the coach's advice, I had some publishers who gave me some really good understanding of sentence structure and how to redo my paragraphs and stuff like that to the point that it would be an easier read, and it was a godsend. So I went back to a firm, and there's an old secret in life: find someone in life that believes in you as much as you believe in yourself. And Firm Press and Cape Lake were that. And here it is. It's on bookshelves in 2 weeks.
Congratulations, mate. That's so exciting. That's going to be out for Christmas. That's going to be in stores for Christmas.
Well and truly before Christmas.
Footy fans can absolutely buy this. I've brought, usually for mates it's just you and me and the mate. But Tom, I brought you in. You were out there happily just enjoying your life. And I said, come do this. Have you met before?
Online. Well, that's probably a bad way of explaining it. I've seen Tom many a time, but never met him in the flesh.
And I've listened to you for many hundreds of hours, yes, in the car driving home.
And when you rate your commentators, you two, I always try and work out where I am on your list. Because you had your dad in, and you didn't have me high enough, and I was upset by that. All that kind of stuff. So you think you secretly get away with stuff, you two.
You have one of my favourite calls ever, which is when you said, I'm good. No, it was when you, because you know how he says that a lot?
Yeah.
No, it's when you called Jarrah's Mark of the Year.
Yes.
My favourite player.
Adelaide Oval, was it?
Yep. Yeah. Port Adelaide.
And I saw him coming about 8 steps out.
Jarrah!
Yeah, that was the beautiful part about it. With Jarrah on the run-in, he had about 8 steps and up he went. It was nice to see that one in advance.
Crips tonight. For Crips tonight. What is it? No
Kryptonite for Crips tonight. One of my favourites.
And we called you about that, I think.
Yeah, you did, which is nice.
Anyway, I brought Tom in.
Yes.
Yeah. Not only for that, but because he's on a diet at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
But you drink milk a lot, and that's your brand. You're the milkman.
Yeah.
So I just quickly ran to Woolies Metro down the road, and I've got 3 milks just for you to have. You don't have to do anything crazy.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about this one. I'm not sponsored by Farmhouse Gold.
No.
But I've got this full cream, extra creamy.
It's a beautiful. It's a beautiful milk.
Have you had this milk?
I'm more than happy to have a glass because it is a beautiful milk. The full cream is a beautiful evening kind of dessert
milk.
So you can have it after your main meal, after you've had your aperitif.
Now, Tom, have you ever had do you drink milk without any flavouring in it?
So if you want to know why I'm on a diet, I used to get these big ones, but the gold ones, not the Farmhouse Gold. Fill it up with Milo when I used to work, shake it up and drink it, and it is the best.
Yeah, no, because I've been on the road with Tom for decades. And he loves milks. He loves these, but this is like, we've got it sitting in front of you, Big M's limited edition Mars.
Which I think is all right.
But Tom, the exciting thing about this is it says no added sugar.
So, on top of the normal sugar.
So there's only 90 grams of sugar in it. Yeah, no, there is 25 grams.
Because
less than Coke.
Because milk is quite high in sugar, full stop, right? Because you're counting lactose, right?
Don't tell me what's in it. I don't want to, don't blow the myth for me.
It's not refined sugar, though.
I thought it was straight, well, cows. They're straight out of a cow, isn't it?
There's some sort of pasteurised process that would
Not like a bloke that puts a teaspoon of sugar in the bucket after they squeeze the teat. I mean, it's a natural sugar, isn't it?
Yeah,
it has to be a natural sugar.
I knew it would go here.
Yeah. Can I try the Mars?
Yeah, absolutely.
You should.
Yeah, no, you just go for it. I'd love for you to just go one by one. And then I've just also got the classic oak. Are you a oak?
I like oak. I
so
used to make...
just a tip for new users of the carton. Don't just rip the carton open. You do have to do a little shake because a lot of the good flavours on the bottom.
Yeah.
And you miss out on that. And you think you've had the whole Mars Big M.
Yeah.
And you toss it in the bin. Half your flavour's gone in the bin.
Yeah,
you didn't even shake it up and use it.
Correct.
So come on.
But if you don't have that know-how, then you deserve what you get, I think, in that circumstance. If you're not treating the flavoured milk with the respect it deserves.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Mars? Because my thinking would be it's probably just chocolate again.
So here's my thing, all right? When I was growing up, I used to do Coddy's caramel and Peter's chocolate in my milkshakes.
Coddy's caramel and Peter's. That would be a Mars.
And that was what I was calling a Mars, and that was incredible. And I'm sorry, Big M, but it doesn't touch the sides.
Have you tried that?
Yeah, I've tried that. This has been around for a while, I feel like.
What do you
Roll
think?
it out every
what do you think,
couple of
Pipe?
years.
It's going to be an acquired taste. See, I'm an older guy. It's a new taste for an older guy. I feel like it needs a dash of Kahlua.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, maybe on Christmas Day, a nice...
nog, some sort of nog arrangement.
You want me to try something?
Yeah, I want Broden to try this because I want to know if it's not sweet enough for you. That's what I reckon will be.
I mean, Pipe, you have this kind of energy of just because you're a little bit older than me, you have this energy of, growing up in the 60s in Adelaide at the farmhouse drinking, the milk with the... I don't see you as a, flavoured milk man. You just, when you're calling games, you're just straight on the full strength Cokes but you'll drink some milk as well.
I will occasionally, yeah. I used to, every now and then, when you're through the airport and your voice is not quite good enough, you might grab one of those little squeeze sachets of honey just from the airport buffet.
Sure.
Squeeze that in halfway through the game. And
actually, I don't know what you're talking about. Of course, I've never gone through an airport and got a sachet of honey and had it. No, I've never done that.
Well, do you need me to get you upgraded to the business lounge?
That's very good, and it's offended me a little. But no, I haven't. But so, what did you think? I actually really like that.
I might need to wash it down with a bit of strawberry if you don't mind.
The strawberries.
I think the strawberry again, just a little shade. Only takes 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Don't go too overboard. It's not like it's cocktail. It's not like you're trying to be Tom Cruise.
While you're setting that up, let's talk about tomorrow, the biggest day on the football calendar, the AFL Toyota Grand Final or whatever, the NAB.
Get all those sponsors
the
in.
Gatorade.
Amy,
the stupid old Studios Grand Final. It's going to be our first premiere this decade where we're seeing a repeat premiere for this decade now. It's 2 teams who have been in and around it. It's going to be the most boring part of it is 3 weeks ago, Cats pumped Brisbane. Do you think that Brisbane have a chance to turn it around?
I do, because I think they are a powerhouse. They're coached well. They've got a couple of guys who have surprised me. Ty Gallop surprised me a lot. His last couple of weeks have been sensational. So if you said to me, 2 months ago, Ty Gallop's going to have a big final series, I'd say, well, the guy's only played 5 games now. I mean,
he's actually played more finals games than regular season games now, as we sit here.
And he can take a pack mark. Yeah. He doesn't look overawed by the situation. He can kick a goal. So they've got him. They've got a couple of guys who are in some pretty good form. Rayner's second half was awesome. Harris Andrews still the best, might be the best backman in the comp still. So they've got a lot going for them. And, the Cats haven't always been dominant this year either.
No, they've had weird moments.
Yeah, so I think the Lions have got a huge chance. The worst part is that if you watch too much footy, some of the games where the teams are bad get stuck in your mind.
Yeah.
So I saw the game where the Lions got pumped by the Suns, and I thought after that, well, they can't win the flag.
But
that's not the case. The Lions are, they're stocked with some pretty good players. Zach Bailey, superb again. The 2 ruck thing worked for them yesterday, so no, I think they're going to go okay. Sorry, I said yesterday.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think, well, first of all, I would just like to put out there that if the Brisbane do win, this is the last time I can support them in good conscience, I feel like.
Right, because then they're a powerhouse.
Then they're the ones to hate and we pile on, I think.
So they also they're going to get players from left, right and centre because everyone wants to go and play for them. So the powerful clubs are going to get better. The Melbourne football clubs of the world, they're going to struggle now because they're not going to be able to get the powerhouse players.
Because they've got their own academy. Ty Gallop, even though anyone could have technically got him, he was an academy guy, wasn't he?
So you're going to get Oscar Allen. So he's going to come from the West Coast. You're going to, so it's going to be a pretty hard team to beat. If they actually win this one, then they're going to be a powerhouse for a while. I'm a bit worried about Collingwood, but who they get. But that's the thing. Free agents are wanting to go to better clubs these days.
It's it's a bummer. Well, who do you think?
I think Geelong plays such a great defensive game. I think you can't go through the middle against Geelong. I loved the way they trapped the ball in the Hawks half, and they couldn't get it out of the back half. I just thought it was incredible.
You called for AFL Nation on Friday night, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
In which it felt like halfway through that second quarter, it just turned. They flicked a switch.
Tom's right, but they don't have Tom Stewart. So that's another big change-up for them because it does change their structure. And I think that's what happened with Collingwood, not having Pendlebury in the middle. It just changed their whole dynamic of who's coaching and who's getting the structure right. So whether it's going to mess with Geelong structure by not having Tom Stewart. But you're right, Tom. I mean, the back line for the Cats with De Koning playing well, if they do play Stanley as a ruckman and put Blitzars back, shouldn't be messed up too much.
Hell yeah. I think they're just going to be... I think it might be another boring grand final, if I'm being honest. Because I look back to the last 20 years. I have visions of watching before the game on Channel 10. I just saw that, the week of leading up to a grand final, everyone's talking about one game. And you just go through this whole... pathway of going, obviously there's a favourite, and then you slowly start to will yourself into thinking that the other team has a chance. And then the game starts and you go, oh yeah, obviously. Most often that's the case. I'm trying to think in more recent years of a team who really, really, really was an upset, and I can't think of one. Brisbane and Sydney felt kind of even, but looking back, Sydney dropped off in the same way Collingwood dropped off this year. I just think Geelong are just going to be so... And I'm also kind of going for them now because of Stephen King. If they win, Then
you
Melbourne.
get that brains trust main man.
He walks into Casey with the aura of a premiership,
Yes.
you know? And he just says, follow me. That was not Chris Scott, that was me.
You've convinced yourself of that?
Yeah, absolutely. I've completely gaslit myself.
Will he bring a couple of players over? Can he steal a couple from the Cats as well?
We don't have those farms to give them, Dwayne. There's no
You got
farm.
plenty of land at Casey.
That's true.
Lots of land out there.
No one wants that land. No, but did you hear this as well? The Hawthorn is doing the Geelong model. The Dingley Village thing is them doing Geelong. In that it's Frankston though, but like it's go down here, have some nice. You don't have to go into the city. It's all beautiful and easy setup, and go live down there.
Geelong was Sleepy Hollow 20 years ago. No one wanted to live there either. And then all of a sudden it became a bit more trendy.
It's the same with Brisbane, isn't it? When Fagan walked in, no one wanted to go there at all.
The Go Home Five, I think they called them.
The Go Home Five.
Yeah.
Who was that? Yo.
I mean, their captain left. Rockcliffe was captain and left, right? Like, they had so many leave.
But it's funny because these places are obviously really attractive. Brisbane's obviously a really nice place to live. Imagine when Gold Coast are a proper good team. How that will be the new Geelong, won't it?
Be handy if the stadium was actually on the coast, a bit closer.
Inland.
Because, I mean, they got Isaac Smith from Hawthorn Geelong. He used to ride his bike to training.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he'd get on his bike or he'd walk home because it was downhill.
Beautiful.
So that's the easy part.
We went to a Geelong game this year. We went to Suns Geelong down there.
Yes.
We had some issues with the stadium.
Yeah.
We walked up to the first, like we didn't know we were going. And we were going to gate
Like 7 or something.
7.
Oh, they're named after superstars. There's no Gary Abler gate or
They
didn't
might
go to
have
the
been.
Polly Farmer gate. Gate 7. Wasn't the Paul Couch gate then? Gate 7? Was
Yeah, look, that's probably one of the problems. They don't name airport. You got to make it clear. So we walk up to the first person in orange. We go, which way to gate 7?
Right.
She looks us in the eye and says, that way, pointing to the right.
Right.
We go, okay. We were maybe 5 meters from gate 7 the other way. So we walked 9 kilometers. We walked along the nice coastline. We saw
nice.
all the fish and chip shops. We saw that where the road was.
You got the tour.
Yep. We finally get in 9 hours later once we're through security. We walk in, we're like, excuse me, we're on level 3. Is there any food up there?
Right.
Like the person working looks at us and says, no. We go, all right. We go up. Food everywhere.
These people know who you were. Were they taunting? Were there hidden cameras?
Don't worry, I start every sentence with "Don't you know who I am?" So that was. But also, we parked in the side streets, which is one of the charms of Geelong, as you know.
It is.
And we're halfway there, and Tom has this thing wherever we are in the world, he gets out realestate.com.au and starts looking at the property and go, I could live here.
Yeah.
This is where I could
Did you do that in Geelong? Or not?
Oh, yeah. There was a 3-bedroom right near Cardinia that looked very nice. It was about $1 million. And I was like, that's
How
pretty
close was the
attractive.
train line?
Like, far enough that it wasn't too loud,
Right,
but
okay,
a very
it's not so bad.
comfortable walk.
View of the bay?
No.
What's that main road that goes through Geelong?
Moorabool?
That's that Moorabool.
Yeah.
It was just off Moorabool.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he would be a convert. He could get him working at Cotton On and doing all that stuff.
Don't know if they've got any jobs left.
Yeah. Do you love living in Geelong?
I do, but I'm right on the ring road, so I travel up to Melbourne and back. Quick access to the ring road is a good way of enjoying Geelong more. Not needing to get the train up is probably a good way of enjoying Geelong more.
Yes.
So no, I don't. I like it, but I sort of half grew up there. I've been there since the age of 21. My kids grew up there. My wife loves it there, so I wouldn't be able to leave even if I wanted to.
Good
They'd
job.
probably let me leave, but I like it because I use the ring road, and the ring road apparently in about a month's time is going to be opened up with this new tunnel, and driving up from Geelong is going to be a breeze soon. We're just going to be cruising into Melbourne.
Hang on, where's the tunnel?
The Westgate Tunnel.
Is that going to be done soon?
Apparently, yes.
Oh, I'll believe that when I see
It's always a month away from being a month away, that tunnel.
There we go. Well, I did a show in Geelong, and it was your fault. And also in Ballarat, surprisingly, it was
Yes.
your fault. So you were like, you rang me up, and you're like, Broden, you called to get on. And I was like, yeah, but you called me. And I was like, hey. And then you started playing Stardust Music Sounds Better With You on, because I don't know why you did that. But then
It's an earworm. It gets into your head.
And then you said, my son's got a venue. I want you to come down, do your show. And so I said, anything for you. And so I performed at your son's piano bar in Geelong. It's called the Geelong Piano Bar.
Yes, it is.
And it's such a good venue.
Well, not big enough for you. You sold it out within like 8 minutes. 2 shows, one in Ballarat, one in Geelong, sold out. So
Who
here's
did
me
you talk
telling
to?
all of my friends, oh, you come and see Broden, going to put this show on, can't get a ticket.
Well, that's the thing is I only wanted it to be my, the really special people, right? So obviously one of my closest friends, you would have come, you would have seen it. What did you think, Dwayne?
You did it on the night.
What did you think of the show
I
I
did?
did?
Thursday night.
What did you think of the show I did 5 minutes from your house, Dwayne?
The footy was on, but I will be coming to see one of your shows very soon. I
Get
cannot
stuffed.
wait.
Never gone back.
No, you will be coming back. We'll have to. He's going to buy a bigger venue.
Yeah, great. All right, last round. This is our footy preview. So
is it? Okay.
What are the things? I'll start with you, Tom. What are the things we should look for in this game to see GGs? Who's gonna win?
So I think the big difference from the last time Geelong played Brisbane, only 2 weeks ago or whatever it was the shutdown Roland McCluggage. I think he was so fantastic through the final series, except for that game. So if they do that to him again and he doesn't touch it again in the first quarter, I think GGs.
That's a good game.
Dangerfield was amazing. He's just such a bull at the ball. Now, can he play that well again? And if he does play that well, they're going to have a guy that shuts him down. Dunkley's a big key for them as well. So that
ankle or whatever, yeah?
Yeah, so I do think that I'm still a little bit worried about, I don't think Charlie Cameron's in that good a form. I still, Morris and Ty Gallup are still only young. So they haven't been around a long time. So will they get overawed a bit in a grand final? Geelong's got this senior experience all the way through. So when it comes to not being overawed, maybe they've got more of an ability to do that. But look,
that's a good point.
Geelong does have, I think, the week off as well that they've got in the bank.
Yep.
I think that's going to help them as well.
Who's your Norm Smithers?
Oh, it's got to be Dangerfield after last week.
Yeah, I think someone will kick some goals for the Cats. I'd like to think that someone like even a Shannon Neal could break out and kick 6 or 7, or Jeremy Cameron could easily do it. Jeremy Cameron's the obvious Norm Smith medal opportunity, but I think if they concentrate on a Jeremy Cameron, someone else might be able to sneak off.
Imagine if Jack Martin kicked a bag.
I think Jack Martin is the perfect profile for a Norm Smith, and just someone who comes out of nowhere and has a blinder.
Yeah.
Just it opens up for him, because isn't it like everyone shows up and is their best? It's just in those weird little pockets but also I know who's going to win, and it's going to blow the AFL up. Okay. Bailey Smith is going to win the Norm Smith. He's going to kick 2 and have 30 or something.
Yeah.
And he'll get it, and the internet will blow up.
Yeah, 2 and 30 is the average game for him. So
that's what I predict will happen. Well, I think everyone should buy this for Christmas. I would love to credit the person who said this, but there was some people talking about the AFL Grand Final entertainment and whether it's good or whether it's bad. And the top comment on this Reddit was, "We all know that the grand final should just be Dwayne in an armchair in the centre of the ground reading passages from his book." Which I agree with, that it's not too late, AFL. You can still organise.
Do you want to do the voiceover? Because it is audiobook. Would you like to do the audiobook for us, Broden?
Nothing I'd want to do more than sit and read
my book over and over again.
And we'll send you a copy of our Auntie Donna's new book, which is a colouring book.
Is it?
And I'm going to do the audiobook for that as well.
There's an audio for the colouring book?
Well, I imagine it'll just be, or maybe you could do it just going...
But you did a few kids ones where you did instructional videos for kids how to do their art.
Yeah.
I've seen those.
Oh, yeah, Crafternoon. Yeah, we did. Yeah, that was right. I made a piece about war. And the futility of it. It was a nice art piece. Well, no, I can absolutely read some passages for you, but you've got a better voice than me.
Killing for sport. So if you like a thriller, go buy it.
And if you want to call in to Midday Madness, SEN every day.
With your assessment, because that's the thing. It's going to be out in bookshops in a couple of weeks. So once it gets read, that's going to be the real test.
And then the reviewers can call in and tell you how it is.
Every day.
All right. Thank you, Pipe, for coming in. Enjoy the grand final tomorrow, everyone. Can you say bounce that pill?
Bounce that pill.
This is a Grouse House podcast.